Yeah, expect the unexpected. Embrace the unexpected.
All right, all right, all right. We are on episode whatever the fuck of Everything INFIDELIX. I got my homeboy Patty in the house with me.
What's happening?
If you live in Berlin, you've definitely seen him out there on Alexanderplatz rocking those bucket drums. And that's what he does. He does his thing. But we're here in Berlin tonight, and I wanted to do a podcast. And I thought a cool person to do it with would be my friend. He's also a great comedian. So if he jumps in and out of character throughout this podcast, just let him do his thing, okay? But the topic's serious, but... And Patty's serious, but Patty's not that serious.
Thank you, Brian!
Yeah, you see? So you see how that peaked my fucking things right there on my sound?
Sorry, brother.
Yeah.
I'll scream further away next time.
Yeah. So I think tonight what I wanted to talk about was self-love. And I thought that talking about self-love was important because, just to be honest, like, it's something that I struggle with and I deal with. And I think I'm not the only one. Like, literally tonight as I was talking with one friend about how he deals with self-love, another friend chimed into my WhatsApp and was like, I showed you the message. He was like, yo, bro, like, I'm having a hard time loving myself. So maybe it's something that's in the air or something that's in the fucking atmosphere tonight. You know what I mean? I'm not sure.
We're just getting out of the winter in Berlin, man. It's pretty grim. Like, we're getting into like the hope of February, but there's like a little bit of doubt still. The winter still might come.
Yeah, man. And, I don't think so. Hopefully it's gone now, but who knows? But that does add to what everything is: seasonal depressions in general. I mean, the feeling of not feeling loved is definitely a feeling that I think a lot of us feel around these times, and it's good to understand it and understand how and what we can do to make it better. For some reason, I don't feel I have a problem with loving myself. I feel like
yeah, I'm right there.
I don't for me. I feel like no one likes me. I feel like I'll never have a solid relationship. I feel like people don't want to fuck me. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm an incel almost,
What I get is, like, I feel like, I don't have, like, a solid group of friends that, like, I'm always with. I see the fucking TV shows. I mean, of course, like, they're trying to glamorize it and trying to make it better and, like, trying to make it seem, this is what life is. But, it's really not. But I guess I travel quite a lot, so it's quite hard for me to, like, have, like, a solid group of friends.
And that's the thing, right, though? Like, hold on, you just said something about the media and stuff, and that's true, we're supposed to look a certain way, right? We're supposed to be skinny. We're supposed to, look a certain way. We're supposed to dress a certain way. We're supposed to fit in a certain way because of what the media tells us we do. If you don't have that fresh pair of Nikes, then you're obviously a fucking bum. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you have long hair. You're a rock star. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people perceive.
Shit, I am.
Yeah, I know, but people perceive whatever, however they want. But that also makes us not love ourselves. If I can't afford to have that iPhone, then I feel in my heart that I'm not as cool as the other person. If I'm fatter than the other person and I see them getting, the boys or the girls or whatever the fuck, and I'm not getting it, I mean, that hurts me. You know what I mean? So, and all this is materialistic bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, wow, how can someone not like you because of the way you dress? Or how can someone not like you?
I think it's an old school mentality though, right? I mean, that's like, what your parents say,
Yeah, I know, but like, I mean, people should always look inside the heart and not on the outer. But again, like, with self-love, looking nice, dressing nice, having nice things, that is a part of self-love and self-respect in a kind of way. Like, you're showing yourself that you do care about the way that you look.
Of course, you want to look at yourself in the mirror in the morning whenever you go out and say, yeah, I could get laid tonight.
Like, this is literally the first day in years and years that I've worn a polo shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
looks good.
Man, like, I had a great talk with a friend, and he was like, if you look better, more people would probably want to fuck you. You know what I mean? In a sense, and this is what he was saying.
I dug the crew neck, originally, I was into that. I'm rocking right now.
I mean, the whole point was, like, he was saying, like, that when I look like I'm homeless or when I look like, like I'm a junkie, even though I'm neither of those, then, like, it gives off a sense of that's what I am. And I don't mean to look like that. I just love wearing, like, jumpers and I don't care if they're stained, and I really don't care if I wear a shirt 3 days in a row. I'm always outside on the streets rapping. Like, I could give a fuck about all this.
I mean, I rock a t-shirt for 3 days in a row, but like whenever I meet a chick, sometimes she wants to look after me.
And I tell you what, though, to be honest, though, and he told me if I just changed a little bit of things, like the way I dress and the way that I treated myself, not only would I feel better, but other people would feel better around me. And as tonight being the first night me wearing a polo shirt, I can almost say that I do feel good. Like, I kind of feel more... I have more respect for myself in a weird kind of way. I just feel more presentable.
I can't disagree with you there.
You know, like, I don't know, like I don't have stains on this shirt. They don't bother me. Like, have you ever gotten on like the S-Bahn? Like, maybe this is too gross for this podcast, but like, I've definitely like gotten on the S-Bahn and like, after I like wipe my nose and had like a snot line on my fucking like.
Oh shit, that's
normal.
I mean,
yeah,
compared
like,
to the guy who's shitting himself.
But like I have like a snot line on my jacket. You know what I mean? Like
a little snail trail.
Yeah. And all I can think about is like, fuck, everybody can see this right now, man. You know what I mean? But like, the other side of me has that confidence to be like, I don't really give a fuck if anybody sees me right now, but. I don't know. It's a weird catch-22, man.
Dude, we're working hard, I mean, like, sometimes our noses get runny and we don't have the available accoutrements. Sometimes we gotta ask for a paper. Sometimes we gotta ask for a filter. Jesus Christ, you gotta ask someone for a tissue. No, you're gonna use your sleeve. Or if you're inventive, like some of my friends back at home, you fucking do it into your hand and right into your sock. put it to the place furthest away that you need it. I even had a friend who was bendy enough just to go right into his sock as well, his ankle up, just bang.
Yeah, that's what you do if you don't have tissues, homie. You just use your old socks.
Fuck, what are you gonna do?
But so let me ask you this. So like with this self-love shit, like I was literally watching a YouTube video on how you should self-love yourself, and it said hug a dog.
I would say get a bag of chips and go on to Pornhub.
That's exactly the opposite, I think, of what you should be doing, man. Like, yeah, for sure. But yeah, no. And then, so I asked another friend tonight, his tips and tricks for self-love, and he said that there are no tips and tricks, that everybody's different. There's no single way to fix this problem of not loving yourself. There's no magic formula or secret formula that you can build up to try to figure this out. What I could say, I guess, is just based on something like today, for example, is making little changes to make yourself feel and look better, maybe. Like, for example, a little change that I made. How can I smoke a joint, do a podcast, and roll a joint at the same time, like this?
Oh, you can do it. I got faith in you.
Yeah. So
I think a big part of it is like detachment. Detachment.
We hit it.
And separation.
We roll it.
Oh my god.
Oh my, I fucked that up. Oh my, I fucked that up.
You could lose a thumb and a forefinger and still cope. Holy shit.
I've lost my foreskin already, so I'm heavily prepared.
That is disgusting. That is horrible. That is so bad.
Man, we should do podcasts at 2:40 in the morning.
It's the episode of 420, hey?
I hope I'm recording. I don't know if I am or not on my camera, but I'm too afraid to turn it around right now because
I think
the professionality of what I'm trying to accomplish right now. I fucked this joint up, homie. Like, it's all open.
Yeah, that is fucked up. I'll sort that out. I think a big part of it is detachment from yourself and like separation. I think disregarding your ego is a big point of self-love. I think having your heart broken really teaches you how to love yourself because
or hate yourself.
Well, you do hate yourself for a while because I mean, especially if you don't have closure. Like in my circumstance, like just to like give you a little bit of background and without giving too much detail, this broad broke up with me on her birthday whenever I wanted to go and see her over the phone by asking for her ex-boyfriend's number. What a fucking total whore! Like, what a bitch! What a fucking dickhead! Like, what a fucking dick move.
So how did that make you feel, though?
Oh, fuck it. Like, I mean...
And how did that make you feel, like, a week later or 2 weeks later when you were fucking beating yourself up?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I tried to kill myself. I'll not doubt it.
And that's why? Because you didn't love yourself? Obviously, you didn't love yourself at that point.
I think I loved her so much, that I didn't even have time to love myself.
But see, that's what I think it is, too. Like, I really, really feel, like, that... if you don't love yourself, A, you can't love other people, but B, if you can't have people love you if you don't love yourself, because like people try to substitute the love that they need for themselves by putting other people into their lives, saying, oh, I need a boyfriend, oh, I need a girlfriend, oh, I need to be happy by having somebody with me. But like, you can be happy alone if you love yourself, right? Like you can be happy alone if you're happy with yourself and you're happy doing things and creating projects and building, whatever the fuck all by yourself. Like I'm trying to prepare for that in a fucked up way. I feel like I'm gonna be lonely. I feel like I'm not gonna find that person, and that's my fucked up shit telling me this. Yeah, that is a possibility. But I'm trying to learn how to love myself and be comfortable being alone, because right now I'm almost dependent on having people around me. And as this goes away, as you get older, naturally you get more lonely. I need to learn how to be happy with myself, because I do not want to be a 70-year-old man sitting there alone wondering, like, hating myself. I want to be there sitting at 70 being like, oh, boo, 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 boo. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fucking playing dominoes, I'm running shit in the nursing home, like,
my
teaching the
pension's gonna
bitches how to
have
make omelets and grilled
so it's like
cheese.
the fucking
and
like
Jell-O.
aftercare, Jesus Christ. Nah, fuck that noise. I think, well, that's the other part of it. Like, it's detachment then. Like, not only from the relationship, from yourself. You gotta, like, listen to what other people say about you, which is, like, really fucking hard to do. Like, unless you've got this ego and you just love it being rubbed.
Man,
like,
you have to, right?
I get like embarrassed sometimes whenever people tell me like how much skill that I have and why are you playing on the street and oh shit, you should be playing in clubs, or you should have a record label, or you should go on such and such Got Talent. It's like, fuck that noise, Then I've got responsibility. I like to be able to do my thing. Be able to like fucking bide my time whenever I'm on the street, and be able to have a smoke and be able to have a break. And Jesus Christ, yeah, I'd love a manager, and I guess that's whenever it comes to that, like, self-love, or whenever you're struggling to, like, find out what self-love is, there's a lot of self-sabotage gets in the way.
But, like someone's probably listening to this right now or watching this right now, and they're like, how the fuck can you not love yourself? Like, you travel the world and you make music and you have a badass job and you make dope-ass money and you're free and... Yeah. You play shows in front of people and you get paid to do your art. Like, how the fuck can you not love yourself? I'm stuck in a job where I have to work 9 to 5 and scan people's groceries.
Well, like, I guess the stress that comes from that is, like, not having a guaranteed roof over your head. Whenever you're in this sort of line of work, people think that it's like, oh, you're fucking super cool.
Right.
You're making loads of money.
So like, you might have a bad day at a normal job, but at least you get a paycheck. Yeah. We have a bad day, then we actually feel like we feel like a shitty person, because we're like, damn, I'm only worth €10 today, man. And yesterday I was worth like 200, and today I worth 10. Like,
yeah, fuck. And like,
y'all hate me?
What? I got here on Monday. I was just like, bruh, can you put me up? It's like I'm fucking broke sometimes too.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes there's $10 in the pocket. Sometimes there's fucking $2,000. It just fucking, it's ups and downs. It's day by day.
Yeah, but so with that being said,
I guess it's the same with self-love.
Well, I think people in these professions struggle more with depression and more with issues like this for some reason, because for me, everybody seems to fucking love me, but I can't seem to love myself.
Well, it's all us.
And not just that, they don't really love me, like, in a sense of, like, they love me, like, they support me and stuff, but I have a song about it, like they love you, but they're not sucking your dick. Does that make sense?
Life sucks when your girlfriend doesn't.
Yeah, but if this makes any kind of sense, like, like, you can get all the love you want in the world from people, but, like, they're still not sucking your dick, homie. So it's like, what kind of love are they actually giving? Are they, like, do they really love you? Like, because, like, so many people, and it's just a metaphor how I say it, but like, so many people come up to me, like, every single day, and they're like, oh, I needed to hear your music, and your music impacted my life, and thank you so much, and blah blah blah, and you helped me heal. But like, I'm fucking broken too, man. Like, I'm broken. Like, how can so many people find me to be some kind of inspiration or motivation or be some kind of person that can help you heal when I have, like, my own troubles healing, when I have my own struggles of how to heal? Like, I'm fucking broken, homie. You know what I mean? Like, what?
I suppose that element of self-love, like, like, for real, like, I think being heartbroken is definitely a good step to, like, loving yourself. Whenever you, like, that first love, that first intense love where you're just, like, head over heels, you can't think about anything else. You're just locked into that world of you and her or him or whoever, like, or even, like, even with the dog, sometimes people get fucking carried away, or, like, even just, like, whatever the fuck it is, like it could be materialistic, but just whenever you lose that, I remember the first bucket that I ever broke. I dreamt that it was stolen on me about 2 weeks beforehand, and about 2 weeks after I broke it, I was just like, shit, it's gone, you know. And it's like that level of separation is about moving on and adapting. And whenever you learn how to do that by yourself, whenever you're brought down to rock bottom after heartbreak, and you have to build yourself up by yourself, and especially whenever you're in lines of work like us, you can go out on the street and you can get people cheering for you, or like even passing you notes, or coming up and just saying like, you made my fucking day, you know, like either here's $20, or like the best one is always like, do you want to go for a drink? Like no matter who it is, it's just like, yes, let's go if you're buying.
What the fuck does that have to do with self-love?
Because, like, I mean, you're giving something back to the people, and they're, like, giving it back to you. You're making them realize, like, you know, the appreciation in the world, and you give that out to them. So, I mean, you can feel it that you're giving them something to, like, take home.
And you have to love yourself, I guess, in a sense.
I have to love myself for that.
Yeah.
Not even that I love myself, but I have to love myself for that.
Providing that.
For giving people that opportunity, or hearing people say, like, I was having such a shit day, and I came out of the subway, and I heard you, and all of a sudden, like, I was just like, holy fuck.
So maybe that's what it comes down to then, is like affirmation.
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
for
like,
sure.
Yeah, like reaffirming to yourself that, hey, I'm doing things for this reason, and it's affecting people's lives in this reason. See, maybe I don't tell myself that enough. Like, for a little bit of my life, I say a little bit of my life, but I more or less mean like 3 days. I woke up and I would instantly start telling myself positive thoughts. And it really did have an impact on my day for those few days. Like, the second I would open my eyes, I would say, oh, Brian, you're special. You're worth it today. You're going to make a lot of money. You have beautiful people in your life. You have people that love you. And I would tell myself this, and my 3 days are, like, really good. But for some strange, odd fucking reason, I haven't done that in so long. And I need to, like, get back to doing it. I'm going to do that when I wake up in the morning for sure.
There's a band.
I'm going to do that before I go to bed in 10 minutes.
I don't know if I can mention a name. Can I mention a band's name?
Yeah.
There's a band called Crippled Black Phoenix with an album called 200 Tons of Bad Luck. There's some really good spoken word there, and one of the things was put posters up around your room. You know, put posters up to always remind you of yourself, and like, you know, reaffirm. Like I think reaffirmation is like definitely a good point in self-love.
Yeah, man. Like before, I bought these canvases with my photo on them. I don't know if the camera can see it, but there's. You know the cameras in my room. It's pictures of me, and I was like, man, people are gonna think I'm narcissistic. But then at the same time, I was like, no, like I want to look at myself and I want to be like, damn, Brian, you've done that shit.
Fucking
and not just that, like I want other people to look at it and be like, damn, Brian, you've done that shit.
Fucking hey.
You know, and I think it's okay to be proud of your work. I mean, self-love is important. I mean, yeah, you know, but maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just about telling yourself more and more that, like, just remembering what you do throughout the day that makes you love yourself. Like, hey, Brian, you fucking completed the podcast today. That's dope. Hey, Brian, you had an argument with a friend earlier, but you went and you made up with them. And not only did you make up, with them, but you made things better. You know what I mean? And you made things cooler. And you know, so there's like a lot of things that I did. Hey, Brian, you traveled today with your train ticket. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, fucking right. You were a good citizen, right? You know.
But it's things like this. I pet a nice dog today. Today I moved out of the way so an old woman could get her walker onto the bus. You know what I'm saying? I smiled at a few people.
I started smiling at people in Berlin. It's fucked. It's weird. Like, I mean, I'm getting like 3 out of 10.
But I have some friends with some beautiful smiles, and when I see them smile, it makes me smile. So if I can like smile, and maybe other people see my smile and they smile, that's dope too. But I don't know if my smile's so beautiful, but I think it is. Like,
a guy started laughing watching a video in the U-Bahn today, and I just started laughing from his laugh, and like it sparked off the like 2 girls opposite me, and then the guy next to them. I was like, yeah, it was.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Yeah, like me just telling myself that stuff just now made me feel better.
Yeah, fucking A. Right?
You know what I mean? Like me literally just sitting here and telling you the things that I did throughout my day that made me, that I did just naturally, but we're on the pro side, yeah. made me feel good right now.
On your way to work?
Yeah. On my way to work, yeah.
For real.
You know, like, I got in an argument with the homie tonight over some bullshit. And it's mostly my fault, but I really felt like I needed to go clear the air tonight because we started arguing and it was like, yo, well, if I don't have time for you, and then he was like, well, when I don't have time for you, and I was like, fuck this shit. It's like we see each other right now, we smoke a joint, and we talk it all out. You know what I mean? And like, I know that helped his night too, and it made him feel a lot better, and it made me feel a lot better, and so I know that my night ended great with that, and man, yeah, I guess I could sit here and talk about the bad shit that happened today. The fact that I did get in an argument. The fact that I had to move because some old lady wanted to get on the damn bus. You know what I mean? The fact that I smiled at some motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, I could look at it all like in a negative way and like flip the script, but I could also choose to look at it positively. And I just did look at it positively, and that made me feel fucking awesome.
Fucking A. Yeah, perfect, man.
That's good, man.
Just surround yourself with positive energy as well, and you get positive results. I got back to Berlin, fucking hung out with good people. You were the first one that I ran into, and it was just like, get the fucking work, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I was straight out there, fucking, one day was 14 euros, one day was 7 euros, next day was 100, next day was even more.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just fucking getting there done and just fucking... And, the more you do that as well, the more you're just, into, they say, what is it? Something breeds laziness. The lack of movement breeds laziness, essentially.
Well, it's true, I guess. Yeah, you sit on your ass, nothing happens.
Yeah, so, it's the more you move, the more you hustle, the more it happens. And I guess the more you can appreciate yourself, because sometimes you can shock yourself. Whenever you just actually get off your ass and just fucking make a habit, a new habit, instead of smoking a cigarette and drinking a coffee every morning, just drink the coffee and go out, and then do your first bit of work, and then have your cigarette as a reward. And then there can be a bit of loving yourself there, even just being like, hey, I skipped that first cigarette in the morning, so I'm looking after my health as well, and now I've got a bit of wealth.
Yeah,
I guess before wealth.
Again, another thing I started doing recently was I have a big problem with waking up in the morning and smoking a joint right away and then falling back asleep.
Shit.
Yeah, and then once I fall back asleep, it becomes 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I feel like a loser because I feel like I've wasted. Because then right now the night's getting dark at 4. So I feel like I fucked my day off, and I feel like I haven't accomplished what I needed to, all because I woke up and decided to smoke a goddamn joint, yeah? So what I've decided to do the past few days was roll the joint, but not light the joint, yeah? And take it with me. And smoke it at the bus station while I wait for the bus.
Yeah, okay. Right?
Yeah? Because that's all about me just getting out of the house, right? And if I take that first step and fall back asleep, I'm fucked, And honestly, just, bro, I have enough self-respect and enough self-love to understand, hey, Brian, don't smoke that joint. Get your ass up and get outside and then smoke as many joints as you want. But now you're outside and you're making money and you're street performing and you're promoting your music and blah, blah, blah. And this little change that I made the past days has really, this whole self-love shit I've just started to reflect on. This is why I'm talking about it on this podcast. This is why I'm saying I've had these ideas the past days. This is, new to me, man. I know that I've always had, problems and I felt weird and shit, but I've always kind of blamed it on other people for you make me mad, you make me mad, you make me mad. But it's all in here, man. It's all the reason I get mad at people for things, the reason I get mad at my friends, say that I have a crush on and they want to go sleep with some chicks, you know what I mean? And then I get I should not get jealous or mad about that, you know what I'm saying? They're not my boyfriends, you know what I mean? They're not my partners, you
can't help it.
Yeah, of course you can't help it, but you can help it. You can help how you think of things. And if you loved yourself, you wouldn't fucking get mad at people doing what they love to do too. If you loved yourself, you would be totally cool and comfortable with any situation, man. You'd be like, you know what, I'm cool.
Shit can feel you.
Of course.
My situation.
Yeah, of course, yeah, but that's a whole...
I can't talk about that too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course, man, but I don't know, man. I just think, yeah. It's all about how you look at things, man, and it's all about how you accept situations and express your situations, and it's all about how comfortable you are in this world. And honestly, I feel like if you had a lot of self-confidence and a lot of self-love, you might be a prick, in a general sense, but nothing's gonna bother you, man. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna be sorted. You're gonna be okay.
How do you? I mean, I get that. Like, I mean, I look in the mirror whenever I'm hungover as shit and be like, "Hey, let's go," because, like, I mean, you look like shit, but I mean, I still feel awesome because I'm still kind of buzzed from the night before. I'm a drinker, you know. How do you deal with self-sabotage?
How do I deal with self-sabotage?
Or do you ever feel that?
I only beat myself up and I tell myself I'm lonely and nobody loves me. Like, that's my biggest self-sabotage.
That's a fucker, right? That's fucking uncalled for. Like.
Yeah, but it's almost true. Like, I could give you a million reasons why I feel like it's true, and it's like proven. It's like, look, how many people call me today? You know what I'm saying? How many, like, you know, how many sexual partners have I had in the past 4 months?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
You know what I'm saying?
Tell
like,
me more.
Like, no, I'm just saying, like, I could factually tell you that I'm lonely and nobody loves me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but once again, that this is also my brain putting these things out there and comparing myself to other people, which I shouldn't be doing.
That's another fucking thing, yeah.
You know, like, why do I have to maintain the same level as somebody else when it comes to how many people they're sleeping with?
Comparing yourself to, like, people, you know, that is gonna fuck you up, for sure.
But that will fuck you up, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Attempting to be someone, on the other hand, though, like, I mean, that's definitely, like, a good thing, like, to, like, aspirate to someone.
Yeah, for sure, man. I don't know, man. Guys, I want to know y'all's opinions and y'all's ideas, and drop some comments on what you think about self-love and what you think about tips and tricks on how to love yourself, you know, or if you've ever even struggled with the idea. I know that I'm not the only one. Patty's not the only one. I know a lot of you out there have probably dealt with the same thing. And yeah, Patty, just real quick before we go, as Mr. Comedian over here, you got a new project coming out in 2 weeks. What's the name of the man?
It's Cliff Dillinger.
Cliff Dillinger. And Cliff Dillinger is an
angry bastard who's gonna fucking tell you what the truth is.
And you can watch all his stuff on his channel. I'll put some links down there once his stuff releases. And yeah, like I said, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about self-love. If you support what we do, hit the Patreon and listen to my music. All my links are there. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. And this is Everything INFIDELIX. Ciao.
Hoop.
Yeah. Expect the unexpected. Embrace the unexpected.